In this video, I'm going to be reviewing and testing out the Gourmia Air Fryer, so let's get started. The Gourmia Air Fryer measures at 15.3 inches tall, 13.5 inches in width and in depth. It also comes with a 6-quarter removable basket. Inside the basket you'll find the crisper tray and a multi-purpose rack. And all these parts are dishwasher safe. Inside the box you'll also find a manual and also a recipe book which has up to 30 recipes. With the basket removed, inside the air fryer you'll see the top heating elements. It's always a good idea to wipe this down before using it because sometimes it has a lot of residue on there, and it'll also help with some of the smell that you get from first time of using it. I'm going to quickly wipe down the air fryer and wash out the basket and parts. This Gourmia air fryer comes with a digital touchscreen. Press the on button for the display panel and you'll see 6 air fry preset programs for various types of foods and 6 cooking preset programs which include bake, roast, broil, dehydrate, reheat and keep warm. The air fry button defaults to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes with the preheat enabled, but you can turn this off if you didn't want to preheat it first. But it doesn't enable the turn reminder, so you have to remember to press the turn reminder if you wanted to turn your food halfway. The fries button does have both the preheat and the turn reminder enabled, so it's just a shame that they haven't included it in on the air fry button. I used the multi-purpose rack to cook more food at the same time, so I've laid fries at the bottom and chicken nuggets on the rack. Pop it in the air fryer once it's preheated for 20 minutes. But I did forget to switch on the turn reminder, so luckily I did remember to check it after about 12 or 13 minutes or so. And here you can see that they're almost done, so I just flipped over the chicken nuggets and I put it on for another 2 minutes. After another 2 minutes they were perfectly done, you can see here. So in 15 minutes these were all done. Next time I'm just going to use the fries button. Since I wasn't sure how long it would take for the nuggets to get done, I just used the air fry button. But now I know that 15 minutes is fine for both fries and chicken nuggets. I'll just hit the fries button. And just to show you, when I cut into the fries, they were perfectly done. And the chicken nuggets perfectly crisp and cooked all the way through. I sprayed some cooking oil on a small batch of potato spring rolls and air fried them for 8 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, I forgot to press the turn reminder on, but I did check and flip them halfway. If you do open the basket or pause the program anytime during the cooking, as long as you don't cancel it, it does automatically continue from where the time left off. And they did turn out crispy, no doubt, and the inside is cooked. You can see the potatoes, but the pastry was very dry. It's still edible, but these are definitely going to need some more trials and testing to make them even more enjoyable, I think. So next, preheating on air fry for 8 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I popped in 6 drumsticks. I probably could have added a couple more in there, and I included 2 small chicken breast pieces on the rack. After 8 minutes I took out the breast pieces and I added on another 10 minutes for the drumsticks to complete cooking. Unfortunately, I think 8 minutes was a little too long for the breast pieces. I think maybe 6 or actually maybe 5 would have been enough because they were small and thin. So they came out really dry. But the drumsticks were cooked to perfection. They came out crispy, the skin was crispy and the inside was so juicy and tender. And if you guys are new to my channel, do consider subscribing. I try to bring out videos every week. And don't forget to give this video a like. And if you have any questions or comments, do drop them below and I'll try and answer each and every one of them. I'll just show you as I cut into it just how soft and juicy you can see it. Oh, you guys need to believe me when I tell you this was so good. This is probably the best thing that we cooked out of there so far. You can't fit a 12-inch pizza in the basket, but you can fit in 2 mini pizzas. So following the air fryer chart that came in the recipe book, I air fried these at 190 degrees or 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. But that was way too long and they overcooked. Oh my goodness, too much. So the underside was nicely done, but the top just got way overcooked. So next time I'm going to reduce it maybe to like 8 minutes. Again on air fry, 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, preheat, and this time I remembered to switch the turn reminder on. And I'm going to increase the time to 25 minutes, put it on preheat, and while the air fryer is preheating, I'm going to take out my chicken. This time I'm using bone-in thighs, and I'm going to sprinkle on some baking powder just before I add it to the air fryer. Flip it over and sprinkle on the other side as well. Pop it in the preheated air fryer with the skin side facing down. Halfway through, flip them over and pop them back in. And then here is the final result. But here you can see just how crispy the skin turned out just by sprinkling on some baking powder. And the inside is so juicy and tender. And look at that skin. It's so crispy, and just look at the texture and the bubbles on there that the baking powder created. This chicken again was also just as good as the drumsticks, and it was delicious. I can't tell you guys how good it was. The next day I reheated the food, hit the reheat button. It'll default to 15 minutes, but that's way too long. I'm going to reduce it down to 3 minutes. The drumsticks are nice and crispy, and the fries, and also the spring rolls. So just a couple of things that you want to watch out for with the air fryer is that when it is cooking, you may see a lot of smoke coming out of there. So you don't want to keep it too close to a wall or too close to any other appliances on the counter. And you may also notice a hot plastic smell, but that's supposed to go away as well after a few uses. Otherwise, this Gourmia 6-quarter is a great size for my family needs. It's not too loud, not so more than any of the other air fryers that I've had. It's very easy to use and clean. A viewing window would have been nice to have. Also, the turn reminder on the air fry preset would have been ideal, because the first few times I did keep forgetting to switch it on. But now that I'm used to it, I do remember to turn it on. And lastly, I don't know how to change the temperature format from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Since most of the recipes are always shown in Fahrenheit, I really wanted it to show it in Fahrenheit. I don't know if anybody else has been able to figure that out, but if you have, please feel free to share that in the comments below. Alright guys, I hope you found my video useful. Don't forget to leave a like, and I hope to catch you in my next video.